Nobody beats JEGS.com. Choose from millions of name brand parts and support from experts who know and love cars. 24/7 for life. There's only one place to go. JEGS.com.
Welcome everyone to episode 7 of this 10-part mini-series where Gage Birch and Matt Daddis recap their win at the SFG 500. In this episode, we'll recap round number 7 and start to talk splits.
Okay, so previously to winning the last round, rolling back to the trailer, and it's just like getting pretty serious. Like we made the big split on a row race. Pretty much we figure. I mean, 15 cars. If there's nothing done here, then we got to go to 8, and who knows, there'll be something done there. So I get back to the trailer, and everybody's just there, you know, BS and just not really celebrating, but it's just a really cool atmosphere, you know. It doesn't really feel like we're still in the race, so to speak. It kind of just feels like a party when you get back. Anyway, I think like literally all I did was splash fuel on it and then drive it up there with 651 on it again. And a split got brought up, and I just let kind of Matt take over and do the deal. I mean, at this point, there's just so much that doesn't really matter what we do. So I was cool with whatever.
Yeah, we rolled up there, and I mean, you roll up there with the buy at 15 cars, and people are wanting to, you know, talk money in a $500,000 race, and you know, you got a lot of pressure on you at that point. All eyes on you, pretty much. You're kind of determining the split. The guy on the buy is, you know, he's the one that says yay or nay, pretty much. But it ended up made a pretty good split. Definitely got enough money that round to pay for our weekends, pay for, you know, some other stuff, kind of maybe even in our minds thinking of stuff we're gonna do maybe even when we get home, you know, got some money in our pockets, and plus we're already, you know, we got a freebie to the next split round essentially. So yeah, pretty cool deal. I mean, we were just kind of at that point, I mean, a little in shock at, you know, kind of what Gage was doing with what he was driving, I guess, at that point. I know it's kind of the truck's maybe a little bit of an underdog, I guess, when you roll it up into the lanes next to all those guys. But pretty cool moment. I mean, the first big split in the $500,000 race. I mean, that's stuff that goes down into history, I guess.
Literally, like me and Matt were talking about like a moment like that like weeks ago going into it, like, dude, like what if we like actually like pop this thing off? And I don't know, we roll up there, and I think I mentioned to Matt I was gonna do a big burnout, but I don't know if he knew that I was actually serious. So, you know, rolled through the water a couple times and set fire to it.
Yeah, we
how's it go?
I think after sitting for almost an hour, you know, trying to figure all that split out, we at that point we said, hey, we're going down to 8 cars, let's just have some fun now, you know, let's go do big burnouts, just have a lot of fun. And you know, I think the track might have went away a little bit. I think some of that might show on the live feed, and it was a truck track at that point.
Yeah, exactly what we like, the truck track. There's a method behind the madness when you take an hour to split when you're the, I mean, the slowest one thing that'll get down dirt road. But honestly, I really kind of didn't really want to do anything at 15, but you know, me and Matt talked about it a little bit back and forth, and it's just like, I mean, the people that are left in, like, I don't know, Jaggy and who I'm drawing a blank.
Holloman.
Like, yeah, Will Holloman, Scott Lemon, because Will was driving Scott's car.
A lot of people that were left in, we felt like if we didn't do anything there, it wouldn't have been something done at 8. So, I mean, why would you risk it when there's just so much anyway?
Yeah, I think we both kind of talked, and we were like, hey, you know, if you know, we're all in a circle talking over almost $600,000, I would say if you know, maybe in the future, if we ever get to that circle again, and you know, one of the people that were still in the race is on the buy, they'll maybe remember that moment where, you know, we could have said, hey, we don't want to do anything, but we decided it would just be better for everyone, and it ended up working out I think for everyone involved. I mean, for the rest of the race. So that was kind of, I guess, a little bit our thought on it.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 or 3 people come at me, like after the race and stuff, and was like, man, that was really cool. You guys did that and stuff. You know, you didn't really have to. You could have just, you know, said, screw it and just raced for it. But I mean, I guess you got to think it's, I mean, me, Matt, and a couple other, like, basically teenagers. Like, Matt's the oldest one of us. He's 25. Like, none of us have really been down to like $1 million split or something like that. And nonetheless, I mean, in a $5,000 Ford Ranger, like, we're happy to guarantee double what it's worth right there. To hang the rods out in the water. It don't
exactly.
Know. We can build 2 more.
Birch, 20. Bandit, 3.
All right, so to this point, like, we've made a deal. We've guaranteed enough money, more than we probably should have got. I'd say we weren't the favorite pick going into that weekend, so we feel pretty good getting this much, you know. And we're doing big burnouts and stuff, and I don't know why, but for buy runs for me, I just don't really get up on the wheel. I'll go out there and be like 14 red or 30 on the tree, but I was 20 right there. It wasn't too bad, but truck went 51.3 again. And I think from what I heard, I couldn't hear it obviously in the truck, but a bunch of people were telling me Matt was on the starting line screaming 51.4 and showed up 51.3. So
yeah, I mean, we kind of looked back at the round before, and it weather didn't change too much. Very, very similar weather. At this point, you're kind of, you know, I mean, you're almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't think too much is changing along the rest of the race. So kind of found a good time to get a buy run. You know, you got a time run at 15 cars in this $500,000 race. So yeah, I mean, it truck went 651.3 back to back, and then kind of shows it the rest of the race. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, good time for a time run. Lucky Gage to let go good the round where he carried the buy, that got us to the round of 8 pretty much. So it was a pretty cool deal.